is a situation that has caused more quiet panic in non-native speakers than almost anything else in Britain. You're at the pub with a group, everyone's drinking, and suddenly you have no idea whose turn it is to pay. Do you pay for your own drink? Do you pay for everyone's? When is it your turn? And why is nobody explaining any of this to you? This is the round system, a tiny everyday moment that contains a whole set of unwritten rules that every single Brit just knows, but is unlikely to ever actually explain it to a non-native. They just do it. So today, you're going to watch them do it. This is part 3 of the series, and by the end, you'll understand the whole thing, and you'll have the phrases to handle it yourself. Now, a quick recap. We've got Ches from East London, Charlie from Surrey, and Charles, who's so posh, he probably has a butler on speed dial. Last episode, Charlie bought the first round, and Chaz said he'd get the next one. So let's see if he keeps to his word. But first, here's what I'd do if I were you. If someone offered me a free worksheet that broke down everything I was about to hear with definitions written specifically for non-native speakers, example sentences, the collocations that go with each phrase, and notes on exactly when to use them in real life, I'd grab it without thinking twice. So let me be that someone. I've made one for this episode. There are interactive quizzes in there too, which matters much more than you might think, because the research shows that testing yourself can triple how much you actually retain compared to just listening. So scan the QR code on screen or grab the link from the description box, show notes, or comments section. That link will take you to this page that video podcast viewers can see right now. Pop your name and email in and I'll send you the free worksheet straight to your inbox. Right, round 2, let's get into it. Oh, right, that went down a treat. Same again, everyone. Yeah, go on then, if you insist. I'm happy to continue, yes, although I might switch to a half this time, pace myself. A half? Charles, it's barely 8 o'clock. Don't be soft. Well, some of us have to function tomorrow, Chaz. Yeah, whatever, mate. Right, my shout. So, same again, yeah? 2 pale ales and then a half of bitter for this one. All right, I'll get them in. Cheers, Chaz. Good man. Back in a minute. Oh, there you go. Get that down, yeah. Thank you, Chaz. Most generous. Don't mention it. Just remember it's your round next year. Of course, naturally. We'll see. You know what Charles is like. Suddenly remembers he needs the loo the second it's his turn to get them in. That is a vicious and completely unfounded accusation. Is it though? Is it? Because last time we went out, I'm fairly sure you popped to the toilet for about half an hour right when it was your round. I received a phone call, an important one at that. Course you did. You've got short arms and deep pockets, you have. I beg your pardon? He means you're tight, Charles. I know what it means, Charlie, and I'll have you know I am not tight. I am simply careful with money. There's a difference. That's exactly what a tight person would say. Fine. To prove a point, the next round is on me and the one after that. Whoa, steady on. Now he's overcompensating. Don't go mad, Charles. We'll be here till closing. Look, let's not keep count too closely, eh? It all evens out in the end. Quite right. Although I'd gently point out that it tends to even out rather more in Chaz's favour. Oi, I get my rounds in. I just don't make a big song and dance about it like some people. Right, can we stop arguing about money and actually enjoy our drinks? We've been in like less than 20 minutes and you two are already at each other's throats. Well, he started it. Did not. Oh my God. Just drink your bloody pints or half pint. Right. That section was full of colloquialisms. So let's break some of them down. First up, my shout. My shout. Chaz says my shout when it's his turn to buy. This is one of the most important phrases in the whole series. My shout means I'm paying for this round. You'll also hear my round, which means the same thing. And you'll hear it as a question. Whose shout is it? Or whose round is it? If someone says it's your shout, they're telling you it's your turn to buy the drinks. But as we are rather indirect, we often say, whose round is it then? We often say, whose round is it then? Even when we know there's only one person left to get a round in. Or we might say, is it my round again yet? Is it my round again yet? So imagine you got the first round in, you're sat there empty-handed, but others still haven't got you a round. So you could say this sentence, is it my round again yet? To make those people aware that you want another drink. And if they are a half decent human, they'll jump up and say, no, my turn. Same again. So yeah, learn that one. Is it my round again yet? It's a good one. Might come in handy and save you a few bob or two. Number 2, get them in. Get them in. Chaz says, I'll get them in. To get them in, or to get a round in, means to go to the bar and buy drinks for the group. I'll get these in, or get a round in, will you? It's the standard phrase for buying for everyone. Notice it's them or these, referring to the drinks, even before anyone's ordered them. It's very natural and very common. Number 3, I think the word tight is worth mentioning here. Charlie explains that short arms and deep pockets means Charles is tight. Short arms and deep pockets is a phrase I don't hear that often. It still very much exists, but tight is the common word I hear more often, and it means the same thing. It means that you don't like spending money or you are stingy. Now be careful, because calling someone tight is an insult. Among friends, it's banter, like here, but it's still got a bit of a sting to it, even when it's banter. You can also say tight-fisted, which is the fuller version, but nowadays we often just say tight. So tight-fisted, if it helps, remember the image of somebody holding on to money very tightly, so tightly that you can't get the money out of the fist. So that's tight-fisted, and that is what tight means. Now, number 4, it all evens out. Charlie says this to calm things down. It means everything will balance out in the end. So don't worry about the small details right now. Nobody's keeping a precise tally of who paid for what. Over enough nights out, it roughly equals out and nobody loses money. One night you might spend £5 more. The next night somebody else might spend £5 more. But over a long time, it's kind of, the same for everyone. And you'll hear it evens out in the end, or don't worry, it all evens out in the end. I think there's another phrase lurking in the shadows here. It all comes out in the wash. It all comes out in the wash. I don't use that phrase. It might have had its time and it's no longer as relevant nowadays, but it might just be my demographic that don't use it. So yeah, it all evens out is a good phrase to be aware of, at least. And not just about money. It works for like favors, lifts, taking somebody in a car, taking turns in something, anything where things balance over time. And a quick bonus one, if you want to sound even more natural, out of pocket, which Charlie also uses, means you've lost money or ended up worse off financially. Yeah. Right, number 5, a big song and dance. I like this one. Chaz says he doesn't make a big song and dance about getting his rounds in. To make a song and dance about something means to make a big fuss. We also say a big hoo-ha, which means a big song and dance, a big fuss. So it means to draw loads of attention to it, but we're using it in the negative. So to act like it's a much bigger deal than it is. He made a real song and dance about helping me move house. It usually carries a little bit of criticism, like the person is showing off or being dramatic or trying to say how much of a good person they are, maybe. Or, if they're really making a big song and dance about it, they might be complaining that they're having to do that favor. So we've covered at least 5 phrases in that explanation, but that dialogue was absolutely stuffed full of them. There's if you insist, which is what you say when you happily agree to something you were always going to say yes to anyway. There's also don't be soft, which Chaz throws at Charles, and it's a brilliant little phrase for teasing someone. And there's steady on, which is what you say when someone's going a bit too far or too fast, maybe. All of those plus everything else from today are in the free worksheet with definitions, examples, collocations, the works. Scan the QR code on screen right now or grab the link in the description, show notes or comment section. And that link will take you to this page that video podcast viewers can see right now. Put your name and email in and it will be in your email inbox before you can blink. But that's episode 3 done. The drinks are flowing. The rounds are sorted and Chaz and Charles have already had their first argument of the night. What are they like, eh? What are they like? Next episode, things settle down a bit. The lads are a few pints in. They've grabbed a table. And now it's time for a proper catch-up. We're getting into the language of conversation. How Brits actually chat, gossip, and tell stories down the pub. So yeah, stay tuned for episode 4 of this mini-series of Pub Dialogue. I've been Charlie, the actual Charlie, from the British English Podcast, the host of the British English Podcast. But I also do go to the pub. I don't go to the pub with Chaz and Charles. That would be a bit weird. But yeah, see you next week for another episode of the British English Podcast. Bye for now.